Hey guys, I'm assuming most of you are my yoga club people. Hello, I miss you all so much, and if you're not yoga club, miss you too. My name is Zeynep. If you don't know me, I wish I knew I was teaching my last yoga club class when I taught it, but hey, I get to teach online, so that's pretty cool. Before we start, I'm just gonna say a few things. So, in the description, I'll include the time that we actually begin class, so feel free to skip ahead, but they're important, so you should stay. But the first thing, this is my first time teaching online. I actually already taught the class and filming this afterwards. It felt so uncomfortable and weird. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, feedback, anything, I will appreciate it so much. I'm posting my Instagram handle so you can DM me there. There is the Yoga Club Instagram as well. Feel free to DM that. So that's all going to be in the description. Second, I am not playing music in the background. So if you want to queue up your own playlist, feel free. I'll also attach a link to a playlist that I've made in the description, so you can use that as well. And then third, I always start out each class saying that my class is open to all levels. I want everyone to feel included. I will say I do try to challenge my yogis through a lot of core, and we take it pretty slow. So we'll be in a pose for a long time. I like to build heat through slow movement. So it's not like a cardio flow. But it can get tough sometimes, but I don't want that to discourage anyone. If you're not being challenged, you're not growing. So definitely take the time to take this class. And today we'll be going over crow pose. And last, before we begin, I'm just going to go over chaturanga so I don't have to do it during the class and interrupt the flow. If you feel really confident in chaturanga, skip ahead, but this is a pose that a lot of us tend to do incorrectly sometimes, and it's really important, especially for arm balances. So we'll begin with that and then jump into the flow. Seriously though, message me with anything that you have. I'm so bored at home. Alright, I'll see you all, kind of, in class. Bye. So first we're going to start with chaturanga, or low plank. To do chaturanga correctly, you want to start from plank pose. And so in your plank, you're firmly pressing into the ground. Your shoulders are aligned with your wrists and your feet are flexed back. So in your chaturanga, you're looking for a 90-degree angle in your arms. And in order to get that, you want to roll forward on your toes before bending your elbows to hug the sides of your body. So the common mistake here is that a lot of people will lower down without moving forward on their toes. So that looks like this. But if you were to take chaturanga that way, what happens is your elbows kind of make like an acute angle rather than a 90-degree. So again, you're in plank pose. Roll forward on your toes, send your shoulders past your wrists, and then from here you will lower down 90 degrees, flip your feet, and then come into upward dog, and then you can come back. If that's too much, what you can do to modify it is from your plank, you'll come onto your knees, you can cross your ankles, move past your wrist, and then you'll lower down, maybe all the way to the ground. And that is chaturanga. So we are going to start in child's pose. So you're going to bring your big toes to touch. Bring your knees slightly wider than your hips, and then you'll just press back. And then release your head between your shoulders. And then walk out your hands as far as they go. And just rest here. Just coming into your breath. And just keep slowing it down. And then really slowly, you can walk your hands over to the left side, stretching out the side body. And then coming back to center. And coming over to the right side. And then coming back to center. Pressing your hips back towards your heels, rounding the spine. And then look up between your hands. Inhale, pull yourself forward. We're coming into tabletop. So your shoulders are directly above your wrists. Your knees are below your hips. And from here, inhale your right arm up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, thread it through under your left arm. And then you can lengthen your left arm here. Or if you want a half bind, you can take your left hand across your lower back, reaching for your right inner thigh. Peeling open your chest towards the ceiling. And then keeping this bind, you're just going to come to sit. So you'll still have your left hand across your lower back. Bring your right hand across your left thigh. And then keeping your spine tall, just gently twist to the left side. Each time you inhale, your spine grows tall. And as you exhale, you can deepen your twist a little bit more. And then slowly come back to center, and we'll come back to tabletop. Inhale your left arm up towards the ceiling. Exhale, thread it through. Same thing here, you can stretch out the right arm, or you can take it across your lower back, reaching for your inner left thigh, and then peeling your chest open towards the ceiling. And slowly coming back to sit on your heels, taking your left hand across your right thigh, and twisting to the right. gently coming back to center. And then we're coming back to tabletop here. So I'm going to give you an option. You can take cat-cow. So from tabletop, as you inhale, drop your belly, lift the chest towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, press away from the floor, rounding your spine, chin to chest. So you can take a few rounds of that, or what I really like to do is I take my knees a little further back, sort of like I'm taking child's pose. Bring my big toes to touch. Well, you will take child's pose, so come back. And as you inhale, pull forward, sort of coming into this like half upward dog. And then bring it back, child's pose. So just take a few rounds of whatever movement feels better, just to bring some movement into the spine. And then when you're ready, just meet me in tabletop. So we're going to start warming up the core, which is my favorite thing to do. So from tabletop, you're going to tuck your toes. And then as you inhale, lift just your knees. So you're in this hovering tabletop. And then take your right knee, and you're going to bring it towards your right tricep. Hold it here, and then bring it back. Inhale, left knee, left tricep. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale, right knee, right tricep. Bring it back. Make sure you're squeezing. Inhale, left knee, left tricep. Bring it back. Right knee, right tricep. Bring it back. Left knee, left tricep. Bring it back. Right knee, right tricep. Bring it back. Left knee, left tricep. Bring it back. Right knee, right tricep. Bring it back. One more. Left knee, left tricep. Bring it back. Actually, two more. You got it. Right knee, right tricep. Bring it back. Left knee, left tricep. Bring it back. Send it back. Child's pose. And then look up between your hands. Tuck the toes. Send your hips up and back. Downward dog. So you can bicycle out your legs here. Maybe take it side to side. Whatever feels good. So we might spend some more time in poses than you're used to. If it ever is too much, you can come down to child's pose. But really try to focus on your breath. Your body can create a lot of heat just by staying in a single pose. Slowly roll forward, plank pose. So in your plank, you're firmly pressing into the ground. Shoulders are engaged, core is tight, heels flex back. Just stay here. Take it back, downward dog. Inhale, roll forward. Downward dog. Inhale, roll forward plank. So we're going to take it to our forearms. So try to keep your forearms parallel, palms pressed into the ground. Everything is still engaged. See if your shoulders are in line with your elbows. Keep it tight. We won't be here for too long. And try to resist the urge to bring your hands together. See if you can keep your arms parallel. And slowly take it down all the way. You can bring your arms behind you, clasping your hands, and then maybe pulling your hands away to pull your shoulders together. And then exhale, coming back to the ground. And bringing your fingertips beneath your shoulder blades. Legs are zippered together. Inhale, coming through. Baby cobra, pulling the shoulder blades together and up. Exhale down. 2 more. Inhale it up. Exhale it down. Inhale it up. And then take it back into child's pose. And look between your hands. Tuck your toes, send it back. Downward dog. And then slowly look between your hands. Bringing a slight bend to your knees. Really slowly walk up to a forward fold. And then bring a big bend to your knees. Your hands grab opposite elbows, swaying side to side. And then really slowly rise up to mountain pose. Then you can bring your hands to prayer. Maybe closing your eyes. And just set an intention for your class. Inhale, arms sweep up over your head, reaching for the ceiling. Exhale, diving down. Forward fold. Inhale, fingertips flat back. Exhale, step it back. Plank pose. And then if you're ready for your first chaturanga, we'll take chaturanga. If not, you can come down, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, all the way up, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, right leg lifts behind you, three-legged dog. And open up the right hip. And then straighten the right leg. Roll forward, bring your knee into your chest, round the spine, and drop your foot between your hands. Left knee comes to the ground, untuck the left toes. Inhale your arms up overhead, lunging forward. So we're getting into that left hip flexor. Maybe finding a slight back bend. And then exhale, release your hands to frame the foot. And straighten out the right leg. Right toes lift. We're finding runner's lunge, folding over the right leg. So if this is too much for you, you can bring your hands here. Keep the spine straight. And then maybe slowly lower. Just finding a sweet spot. And then coming back forward, we're finding that low lunge again. Left hand comes to the inside of your right foot. Inhale the right arm up over. Easy twist. And then exhale it down, frame the foot. And so from here, you're going to straighten out your right leg. So your left heel is lifted, right toes are lifted. And we are in extended pyramid pose. Same thing, if this is too much, you can walk your hands in a little closer. Maybe you bend the right knee, or you hop the left foot in a little closer. And then we're going to walk our hands to the middle of our mat, finding a short forward fold here. Maybe walking your hands behind you. And then slowly come to the back of your mat, finding low lunge here. And then here you'll bring both hands to the inside of your left foot. Walk your left foot out a little bit. So this is a really early lizard. So you can stay here, or if you're ready, maybe you come to your forearms. And then if you are on your forearms, we'll transition from here. If you're on your hands, you'll find a different transition. But come to your right forearm. You're going to roll to the outer edge of your right foot. You can stay here or come to a side plank. So left foot meets your right. We're in side plank. And then really slowly as you inhale, you're going to take your left hand, thread it through, and then come back, extending your arm. Inhale, thread your arm. Exhale, extend. Inhale, thread. Exhale, extend. Inhale, thread. Exhale, extend. One more. Inhale, thread. Exhale, extend. And then we're coming back to forearm plank. Let me readjust here. Just keep focusing on your breath. We're not here for long, I promise. And you're going to send your hips up and back. We're coming into dolphin. So basically, downward dog with your forearms on the ground in parallel. Walk your feet in a little bit more. And then walk your feet back to your downward dog distance. So either come up to each hand one at a time, or take a deep inhale here. Exhale, press up to downward dog. shuffle movement. So whatever feels better is where you should be going. Inhale, roll forward, plank. Come forward on your toes, bend the elbows, chaturanga, hold it here. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Open up. Straighten out the left leg. Roll forward. Knee into chest. Place your foot between your hands. Release the right knee to the ground, untuck the toes. Inhale. Inhale, up to your low lunge. And then exhale, your hands down to frame the left foot. Take it back, runner's lunge. And then take it forward, low lunge, tuck the right toes, right hand comes to the inside of the left foot, inhale your left arm up, easy twist. Release the left hand down, straighten out both legs, extended pyramid pose. And then we'll come back through our wide-legged forward fold. Maybe your hands grab your ankles or any part of your shins. Releasing forward. And then slowly walking back to your low lunge towards the front. Bring both hands to the inside of your right foot. Walk out your right foot just a little bit. Maybe you come down to your forearms. Then really slowly roll to the outer edge of your left foot. Right foot meets your left. Coming back, side plank. Inhale, right hand threads through. Exhale, extend. Inhale, threading through. Exhale, extend. Inhale, threading through. Exhale, extend. Two more. Inhale, threading through. Exhale, extend. One more. Inhale, threading through. Exhale, extend. Coming back to forearm plank. Keep breathing. Send it back to dolphin. So you're walking your feet in as much as you can, pressing away from the floor. And then walk your feet back again. And when you're ready, take a deep inhale. Exhale, press up, downward dog. Just breathe in here. Inhale, looking between your hands. So you can either step to your forward fold, but if you want to hop, just bring your feet in a few inches. Bring a slight bend to your knees. Bring your gaze between your hands, and then lightly hop your hips up so that your feet meet your hands. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms sweep up, overhead. Exhale, down by your sides. Inhale, arms sweep up, overhead. Diving down, forward fold. Inhale, fingertips flat back. Either step or float back to your chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, right leg lifts, three-legged dog. Rolling forward, bring your right knee to tap your right tricep. Bring it back. Inhale, forward, right knee, left tricep. Bring it back. Inhale, right knee into your chest, placing your foot between your hands. Inhale all the way up. High lunge. Maybe don't do this by your blinds. So you're looking for a 90-degree angle in the front leg as you're lunging forward. Just keep it here. And then really slowly start to hover forward, bringing more weight into the right foot, slowly dragging your left leg behind you. We're coming into warrior three. So your back foot is flexed. You're kicking the back wall. Both legs are firm and engaged. And slowly bring a bend to your right knee. And then tap your left toes. Exhale, extend. Inhale, tap. Exhale, extend. One more. Inhale, tap. Exhale, extend. And then come back all the way. High lunge. Spin the left heel down 90 degrees. Open up. Warrior two. Flip the right palm. Take it back. Peaceful warrior. Straighten out the right leg. Come forward. And then we're hinging forward into triangle. So if your hand is not coming to the floor, find a place on your shin. And see what feels best. And then slowly, we're going to come back into wide-legged forward fold, paralleling the feet. And just releasing your head down. Slowly coming back to that lizard towards the back of the room. Again, maybe you come to your forearms. And then we're coming in to that lovely forearm plank. So you're threading your left arm and then extending. Threading your arm. Come back, extend. Inhale, thread. Exhale, extend. Inhale, thread. Exhale, extend. One more. Inhale, thread. Exhale, extend. And then coming back to your forearm plank. Taking it back. Dolphin pose. And then walking your feet back slightly. Looking between your hands. Inhale here. Exhale, press up. Downward dog. Inhale, roll forward plank. Come forward on your toes. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, left leg long. Roll forward, left knee, left tricep. Bring it back. Roll forward, left knee, right tricep. Bring it back. Roll forward, placing your foot between your hands. Inhale all the way up. High lunge. Again, looking for that 90-degree angle. Your knee should be over your ankle. And then really slowly tilting your weight forward. In to warrior 3. Both legs are firm. And then bending the left knee, tapping your right toes. Exhale, extend. Inhale, tap. Exhale, extend. Inhale, tap. Exhale, extend. Coming back. High lunge. Spin the right heel down. Open up. Warrior 2. Flipping the left palm, tilting it back. Peaceful warrior. Straighten out the left leg. Coming forward and then hinging at your hips. Coming into triangle pose. And then from here, we're coming back to our wide-legged forward folds. And then coming back to lizard towards the front, finding your variation. And then coming in to side plank. Inhale, thread your right arm. Exhale, extend. Inhale, thread. Exhale, extend. Inhale, thread. Exhale, extend. Inhale, thread. Exhale, extend. One more. Inhale, thread. Exhale, extend. Coming back to forearm plank. Holding it here. And then coming back to your dolphin. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, press up. Push back, downward dog. Inhale, look up between your hands. Walk your feet in slightly. Bring a slight bend to your knees. Gently hop forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands by your sides. Inhale, arms come up overhead, seat comes back this time. Finding chair pose. So your shoulder blades are drawn together, pulling down your back. Fingers are engaged. And then see if you can come to your toes. And then bring it a little lower without compromising your back. Keeping the integrity of the pose. Inhale, keep your heels lifted. Come up all the way to stand. Inhale, come back. Chair pose. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, come down. Halfway. Hold it here. Come down a little further. Come down a little further. Come down a little further. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, heels down. Forward folds. And then take your feet hip width distance apart. Bring a huge bend to your knees. Slip your palms underneath your feet, and then see how much you can straighten out your legs, pulling yourself forward. And then while you're taking the stretch, lift up your wrists towards you as you press into your palms with your toes. And that counter pressure, you should feel a difference in the stretch. So it goes more into your glutes. And then slowly release. And then take your feet slightly wider than your hips. Turn your toes slightly out. And then we're just going to come down into Malasana, which is squat pose. So bring your palms to touch in prayer. And then your elbows are pressing out against your inner thighs. Just breathing here. And then take your left arm against your left inner thigh, bringing your hand to the ground. Inhale your right arm up. And then maybe find a bind here so you can wrap your right hand around your lower back, wrapping your left arm across your leg. And then maybe your fingertips find each other or your hands clasp. But the point is to peel your chest open towards the ceiling. And then exhale, release. And then inhale your right arm against your right inner thigh. Left arm sweeps up. And then maybe you find the bind here. Still peeling your chest open towards the ceiling. And then coming back to center. And then you can take a little seat. So I am going to go over crow pose, which is typically the first arm balance you'll learn. If you want to skip ahead, feel free, but also we're all stuck at home. It's pretty easy, everybody can do it, I promise. So there are two ways you can approach crow. I'll show you the way I prefer first. So I like to bring my feet together, my heels to touch, and then I'll turn my toes apart. And then from here, I'll come to squat. So your heels lift, you come up onto your toes. And then essentially in most arm balances, you're looking for that shelf that you create in chaturanga. So that 90-degree angle we've been talking about. So I bring my palms, maybe a foot in front of me. And then I get up really high on my toes because you want your knees to wrap around the highest part of your tricep. And then I'll bend my arms, hug my knees in. And then the trick is to bring your gaze forward as you keep leaning forward, and slowly your toes will lift off of the ground. See how long you can stay here. If this is something you already can do, maybe you practice your crow kickback to chaturanga. So from here, slowly just pop that, and then inhale, upward dog, and then child's pose. So go ahead, pause this, play around with that. We can also, so there's also baby crow. So if the fear of falling on your face is pretty high, this pose is not too popular, and I think some people think it's harder than crow pose, but you're really close to the ground, so that fear is completely eliminated. So you can come down, same thing, come down to your forearms though, palms pressing into the ground, hug your knees over your triceps, roll forward, lift your toes. So you're really just an inch off the ground, a little uncomfortable. The other way to do crow, before I forget, so you can approach it without your heels kissing. You can just come feet parallel and then come from here. So come up high on your toes, same thing, hug your upper tricep, lean forward, lean forward, lean forward, and then see how long you can hold that. And then just join me when you're done. So from here, we have one last core exercise because I love you guys. So this is my favorite. We are going to take Navasana. So that means boat pose. You can come in with your shins parallel, or you can come in with straight legs and then arms by your side. So set yourself up. Back is straight. Arms are by your side. And then slowly inhale. You're gonna lower here. Hover. Exhale. Take it up. Inhale. Lower here. And hover. Exhale. Take it up. Don't give up on me. Inhale. Lower here. Exhale. Take it up. Inhale. Lower here. Exhale. Take it up. We have a few more. Inhale, lower here. If you want to challenge yourself, you can take your feet, and as you exhale, come up. Keep crisscrossing them. Lower here. Exhale. Take it up. Inhale. Lower here. Exhale. Take it up. Inhale. Lower here. Come to stillness. Flip your palms. Pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And release. You can hug both knees into your chest. Maybe rock side to side. Maybe come back a little up and down. And then hug your left knee into your chest. Right leg is long. And then guide your left knee over to the right, finding a gentle twist. And then coming back to center, just switching your legs, so hug the right knee in and gently guide it over to the left. And then come back to center. And you're slowly going to rock up to sit. And then from here, come onto your palms. We're just going to come back into downward dog for a really brief moment. Inhale, right leg lifts. Roll forward, knee into chest. Turn out your shin. And then stretch the left leg out, long behind you. So we're coming into pigeon. I like to adjust myself first before walking down. We'll be here for a couple of minutes. So just settle in. Just slowing the breath back down. This is optional, but to deepen your stretch a little bit, if you want something more, you can take your right arm across your lower back, and maybe you grab a hold of your right heel that's tucked under you, and then come back down. And slowly release. And then press yourself back up gently. And then tuck your left toes. Come back into downward dog. Feel the difference between both legs. Inhale, left leg lifts. And then coming forward into pigeon. Same thing here. If you went for it on the other side, just reaching your left arm around for your right heel, your left heel, sorry. And then coming back around. sweep your right leg out in front of you, and then we'll just take 2 more forward folds, and then we're done. So taking your left leg out to the side, bringing your right foot inside of your left inner thigh, and then just twisting towards your leg. Inhale your arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. So if this is too much, you can bend your left knee and then reach for your foot that way. You can use a towel or a strap around your foot. Just find a spot that's comfortable for you and fold. You can also take your right hand around the left side of your left foot and then maybe wrap your left arm underneath, opening up the side body. And slowly coming back, and then opening up both legs. And then inhaling tall here, and then exhale, walking your hands forward. And releasing your head here. And then slowly walking back up. Left foot comes to the inside of your right inner thigh. And then folding forward over your right leg. And then slowly coming back up. And then turning back onto your mat. And then we are coming into Shavasana. So slowly releasing down to the ground. And then relaxing your entire body. Slowing your breath back down. And as you breathe in, filling your belly first, and letting that breath float up to your throat before exhaling it out. Slowly start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. fetal position. Really gently with your eyes closed, pressing yourself up to sit towards the front of the room. And just finding a comfortable seat here. Sitting bones are firmly rooted into the ground. Crown of the head is reaching tall towards the ceiling. And as you inhale, broadening your shoulders across your chest. And as you exhale, releasing your shoulders from your ears. And we'll take 3 deep breaths together. Inhale, filling in your belly here. Letting that breath rise to the top of your throat. Opening your mouth, exhale, sighing it out. 2 more. Inhale, filling in your belly. Letting that breath rise to the top. Holding it here. Sighing it out. Taking your deepest breath. Inhale, filling in the belly. Letting it rise to the top. Exhale, sighing it out. Drawing your hands to touch, thumb knuckles pressing into your sternum. Bowing your head. Namaste. Thanks, guys. This was such an interesting experience, but if you have any comments, questions, ideas, literally anything, please send them my way. I miss yoga club so much, and I'm so sad that I didn't know I taught my last class when I taught it, but this is also something, so please interact with me online any way you can, but I'll see ya. Bye.